Hello folks, Jay Austin again, once again from the garage. The last video I showed was, I believe, staining this rough cut toolbox I made and my practice piece for staining. As I mentioned earlier, I've worked with woods for a lot of years, but I never stained the wood. Didn't know anything about it. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos, instructional videos, and I've learned a lot. But one of the things I learned about staining is sometimes it's just best to get at it. I got this guy tilted a little bit angle, so y'all can see what I'm doing. And well, you'll see before I get going too well, you'll see my mistakes. These light spots are wood filler covering up my screw holes, or the screws. And apparently it was stainable, but not that stainable because it doesn't stain. And it kind of just stays this color. So I'm going to keep staining it until it gets darker and darker and darker. And hopefully I can hide some of those mistakes. But that's the whole point of a practice piece, is learn from your mistakes. So again, as I said, as I've learned, you can use brushes for this, but I've just used cotton t-shirts, torn up cotton t-shirts. They have very little lint in them, and they are really good for this purpose. So I'm going to keep going with this guy. This is not the finished project that I said I would show you guys, but just kind of wanted to show you how I do it. And if you're worried about staining and getting it just right, well, my advice is just to keep going until you get what you like. And that's what I've been doing. And if it's too dark, wipe it off with a clean cloth and it'll be lighter. If you like the darkness, keep it there. So I'm gonna probably keep this guy as dark as I can because of all these mistakes I made with this wood filler and these screws I tried to cover up, just not working. So you can see it's still not working. I don't know if I'll ever be able to cover them up completely. But anyway, been going pretty steady with him. And I like how he looks right now. Not too bad. And this is just, like I said, guys, this is just a practice piece. So who cares? I'm not gonna sell it. I don't even think I'd give it away in this kind of shape. So just learning as I go. And I kind of really like the way it's coming out, actually. I just wish this wood filler would have been stainable as it said it was. And apparently it's not, because it is shining like a diamond on there. Look at these spots. That's all wood filler. So I'm gonna have to learn how to cover those up better. I'm sure it's something I did wrong. I don't know. But anyhow, still in the garage. Still don't have my wood shop. I'm my workshop. And I was on the patio gonna do this, let it air out a little better. But as the way things go sometimes, the weather doesn't cooperate. And there you go. A rare, very rare snow in south central Texas. How about that? This is by almost midnight. Kids are asleep, wife's asleep. This is when I get to do this stuff. But the only time I get to really do this stuff. So yeah, it's cold night. Got the garage door open just so I don't put too many fumes in the house. But I'm gonna keep going with this guy, and eventually I will show you the finished project. And maybe one day I'll learn how to cover up those wood filler holes a little better. But remember what I said, guys. If you don't like the way it looks, see how dark that is? You can always just go back with another dry cloth and make him lighter. This wood staining isn't that big of a deal to me. I'm sure I'm doing it wrong. I'm sure I'm wasting stain. But you know what? If it works for you, it works for you. So, I'm happy. All right, guys. Once again, Jay Ellison from his garage on a cold, snowy night in South Central Texas. I'll let you see this finished project eventually. Till then, keep on woodworking.